Hello fellow wizards, today we will discuss how the spell and the skill system work in Maguss. For a young wizard, even a small opponent can be fearful. Even a wild carrot can beat you up. Maguss is a free-to-play, but not a pay-to-win, so to win your fights, you will have to master your skills and your spells. There's actually 4 skills that every wizard has to master: Dark Arts, Sorcery, Charms, and Invocations. But to understand how those work, I want first to explain you the basics of the spell mechanics of the game. Then the last part of this video will be about explaining you how to level up those skills. So, let's start with the basic. Every spell you cast needs slots. Each turn you can use up to 5 slots. The slots are displayed at the bottom of your screen. For example, Magic Arrow needs 2 slots to be casted. So the first tip is, when you choose the spell that you want to add in your deck, try to combine spells that are compatible in slots. For example, in this fight I'm using Magic Arrow and Ultimate Evasion, which are respectively using 2 slots and 1 slot. And on the next turn I'm using Magic Arrow again and Energetic Strike that takes 2 slots and 3 slots. That way, every turn I'm sure that I can use the 5 slot without any waste. Now let's talk about duration. Duration tells you how long the spell effect will last. The spell will be called instant if there's no effect over time. So for example, if the spell only lasts this turn and next turn, it will be displayed with 1 clock. If it stays this turn and the next 2 turns, then there will be 2 clock, etc, etc. The last thing that you need to be aware of is the heat. Heat is what's keeping your opponent to spam his most damaging spell all the time. Every spell that you cast will increase your heat. For example, Magic Arrow will cost you 1 heat. The heat can stack up to 15 points. Past that limit, you won't be able to cast anything anymore. At the end of every cycle, you will lose 4 points of heat. And also, some spells can help you cool you down. Now that you know the basics, let's talk about the spells. As you might have noticed, the spells are divided in 4 different skills: the Dark Arts, Sorcery, Charms, and Invocations. All those skills have 20 spells, but some of those spells are only available for certain classes. Let's start with the Dark Arts. You can instantly notice that most of the Dark Arts spells are making damage over time. Only 3 of them are instant. You will also notice that rogues have 3 class spells of this skill. Now, when I did my first video on the classes of Maguss, the open beta was not out yet. But now that it is, I want to introduce to you the 5th rogue spell called Steal. Steal is a tier 2 Dark Art spell that steals opponent's spell to send it back to them. Now the second skill is called Sorcery. There you will notice that most of the spells are instant, therefore direct damage. Direct damage are of course Paladin's favorite, that's why they have 3 spells in this skill, including Beast Banes. That's their new class spell that they got from the open beta. It deals additional damage to wild creatures. As you can see, Sorcery spell will be preferred when instant burst damage will be necessary, while Dark Arts will be more suitable for damage over time and long fights. The next skill is called Charms. You will find many healing spells in this category, or spells that will help you cool you down. Druids are definitely the master of these skills, since 3 of their class spells are in here. Last but not least, you will find the Invocations. You'll find here all kind of buffs and defensive spells that will protect you or send back to the opponents their own damage. Unsurprisingly, the Wardens are unbeatable in this skill, since 3 of their class spells are Invocations. Now, as you could see, every skill has 10 tiers, and 2 spells per tier. To unlock the next tier, you need to level up your skill. Now, how can you do that? I have some tips for you. To level up, you need to practice your spells and earn skill points. You might have already noticed that every time you finish a fight, you earn some skill points. It doesn't matter if you lost the fight or won the fight, you always earn some skill points. But you're probably wondering how those are calculated. Well, here it comes. The first time you use a spell from a specific skill, you will earn 6 points as long as you don't miss. The second time you use a spell from that specific skill, you will earn 4 more points, a total of 10 points. On the third time, you will earn 13 points. And at the fourth time, you will earn a maximum of 15 points. That's the maximum you can earn from a single fight. Accumulating those points will make you level up your skills. There's 50 levels for each skill, and every 5 levels you can unlock a new tier. You will need a lot of those points, because to unlock the level 50 from the level 49, you will need 1335 skills points. Now that's it for this video. Please feel free to leave any questions in the comments and enjoy the game. See you around, wizards!